take your chance. Man, I've seen the way some of these businesses look at black people. You know, I've sat in meetings with the CEO from Gatorade and Nike, you know, Beats by Dre and Bel Air. You know, I've sat in these meetings and I've conducted these meetings and ran these meetings. And you can see the shock in their face when a black person knows their value. You know, you can see the shock. You know, they're shocked as hell when I don't take the first deal that they throw at them. You know, I walked away from Nike twice, from 2 deals, because it wasn't what I wanted. You know, and they get shocked at that shit, and they get shocked when we know our value. Why? Because they see that we don't value our own people, our damn self. You know, so is we gotta take that and run with it, man. We gotta really own our value. You know, what Nipsey, he said, you know what I'm saying, make them pay more from what you charge them for. You know what I'm saying? Like, make them pay more than what you really worth. You know, exactly. At the end of the day, you know, if they not giving, if people aren't giving you your value, I mean, it ain't even, I ain't talking money, man. I value time more than anything. You know, you can't get none of that back.
It don't even gotta be time, man. They not giving us our value when we get pulled over.
Right.
They not even reading us our fucking Miranda rights.
Right.
They shooting.
Right. I'm saying,
that should tell you how highly you value, man. Value yourself. Because if you value yourself, everybody else gotta fall in line.
Exactly.
Why you think we seeing the shit we seeing for Nip? Whoever in here is a real Nip head, which I think everybody. Nip wasn't the biggest artist in the world prior to Sunday.
Right.
He's the biggest artist right now, though.
Right.
Because the world recognizing that fucking value. You know what I mean? He put that value on himself, man.
Right.
We gotta do that. We can't say carry on, the marathon continues,
Right.
and not live that shit.
Exactly.
Right.
And in following out the marathon, man, you ain't gotta try to completely embody or do everything that Nick was doing. Everybody has their own marathon. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want people to always remember. And I always say it.
You should say that word again, I'm sorry.
Everybody got their own marathon. You know, you run your own. There's nothing. No other people can create our color except our own. You know, like, and that's deep. You know, that's deep. You can get all kind of different shades of colors. You know what I'm saying? But nobody can create us like us or us. You know, and we see these companies all the time dig into our culture just to make money. So why can't we do the same thing? You know, why can't we dig into our own culture to reap the benefits of it? You know, so man, I want to turn this into more than just a celebration of Nick, man. Everybody in here has a talent of some sort.
Right.
Everybody in here got something they pushing. Everybody got in here got something they working on. And if you working on something, there's 1,000,001 people in here that can connect you in some kind of way. You know, something. So take this time to build. Take this time to grow. You know, I want to really be doing something. You know what I'm saying? We get how Nick bought the whole shopping cart.
2 black people. Also his music, when I get in my bag and I'm ready to go ham at work, it's either 444 or it's Nipsey. So, you know, this is big. I first want to say, we talk about, you know, what happened to Nip, and we talk about Shitty Cuz, and I think it's important to realize that we have to understand that we need to have an affinity to each other before we have affinity to anyone else. Because he did what he did, but nobody can convince me that he did it on his own.
Nope.
So even if somebody
Right
put a contract on it, he should never have accepted that contract. Also, when we talk about continuing the legacy of people like Nipsey, when we talk about Pittsburgh, I'm not from Pittsburgh, right? But anywhere I go in this country, in the world, my affinity will be to black people. When I go to the Dominican Republic, I'm talking to the darker skinned people. You know what I mean? Like, that's just how that goes. When I came to Pittsburgh, I didn't know how long I was going to be here. Once I realized I was going to be here, I started my company, Cocopreneur, the black business directory for the city. Everybody in here who has a business can list their business for free if you so choose, or you can pay me to advertise for you on Cocopreneur. But also, I had a meeting, and this was touched on too, right? Talking about owning the spaces where we reside. I had a meeting yesterday with Richard Witherspoon of the Hill District Federal Credit Union, open up an account with the only black bank on this side of Pennsylvania, in the tri-state area.
Y'all gotta clap that up, man. That's important.
You do not have to be a resident of the Hill District, you just have to participate in their growth in some way. So it takes $6 to become a member of the business district there, and you can join. 11 total. 11 total, yeah, it's like a two-piece thing, but 11 total. They own that building as well. Nobody can kick them out of that space. That is their space. Mr. Witherspoon basically said, they're gonna have to pry it out of my dead hands before I let this building go.
He ain't playing.
He's not playing. I felt it when he said it. It is important that we let go of petty, insignificant things and bind together. When we talk about the gang walk that they did in LA for Nipsey, that was putting aside petty nonsense. Right? We're talking about individuals over a collective. And we need to get back to that. To continue the legacy, I have decided to move forward with Cocopreneur, focusing mostly on small startups, people who are in the first 5 years of business, getting people on a solid foundation, talking about your tax identity, making sure that you are paying taxes to the places where you live, because that's how you increase the value. Once you pay taxes, you can make sure that the business district, like the Hill District on Center Ave, is taken care of, right? We can hustle until we can afford to do that, but we need to get to that place. We need to get into politics. We need to get into education. Machines don't work with a single cog. There are multiple cogs for a reason. And we need to be in every single part of the machine in order for us to jumpstart our development. Nipsey Hussle, somebody made a statement that, I spoke to my mom the night that we heard about Nipsey, and she was like, what's wrong with you? I can hear something's wrong. And I was like, I'm sad. She's like, why are you sad? Told her I was sad. And she was like, yeah, that's kind of how we felt with Vigil. And I was like, yeah, I guess, but it still feels different. And then I saw on Twitter somebody said Nipsey was no Tupac. And I was like, that's accurate too. He was no Tupac. Nipsey is our Martin. He's our Malcolm. He's not just a rapper. He's not just an artist. He represents forward thinking, growth, freedom. The closest thing to freedom is ownership. And we need to own ourselves. And Nipsey represented that. And that's why this hurt so bad when we lost him. However, everything that I've seen since he passed has given me hope that killing Nipsey only birthed like another 100,000 Nipseys.
A million Nipseys, man.
So, he's our martyr. Love him to death. Don't know this man from a can of paint, but I felt his death to my core. He is appreciated forever. 50, 60, 70 years from now, we'll still be calling Nipsey's name, putting grants in his name, giving scholarships and foundations in his honor. And I know that Pittsburgh can do that. Yes. As an outsider, looking in to Pittsburgh and seeing you all, Pittsburgh has so much potential, and I don't think y'all realize it. Yes. They call this the most livable city.
They don't let us
see it,
realize it, because the other races control the money here. And it's sometimes they lose focus on just focusing on just color. It's really about the class. It's about the money that
it's about it's.
And other races
it's
stick
coded.
together.
It's
other
coded.
races stick
yes.
together with their
the base is race, and then they can code socioeconomics with race, right? But the thing is, and hopefully there's nobody watching this who planned on giving me money for Cocopreneur, but fuck them. I don't care what they want to do or what they try to do. It is our responsibility at this point. If nobody else is going to save us, we save ourselves. Yes, they're responsible for what happened to us.
Stick together. We have to stick together like that.
Put everything else aside.
Yes.
Everything else. Nothing else matters. This is literally a matter of life or death. Like literally. We're dying otherwise, right? So I think that Everybody needs to find their thing. What are you good at? What have you been doing? What do people come to you for? Like, what do people say? Sis, I need you to do this for me because you're the best at it.
Right,
Live in that,
and network.
and we will get it together. As long as we have each other and you know where to go for something. If y'all hit DM me right now and ask me where to find such and such, I will reply immediately and tell you where to get it. Immediately. We can do this in this city. They call it the most livable city. It is for some, not for us, but it can be. Right? It can be the most livable for us too. If you were not struggling to figure out how you were gonna eat or pay your rent or do basic necessities for yourself, you would be able to see how beautiful of a city Pittsburgh is. Like, landscape-wise, it's beautiful as hell. The Hill District is probably the best neighborhood in this city, hands down.
It is.
Location-wise, right? That view is like the best view you're gonna get in this city. The north side has a perfect view too, full of black people. You have to keep it. You have to preserve it. Don't let them come in. Don't sell your house. I don't care how much they're offering for your house. There were people who owned their houses outright and were just paying taxes on it. If they would have had a system to keep paying their taxes, they could have stayed there. But people bought their shit for fractions of the value of the home.
That's basically also what happened on Fifth Avenue as well.
So we have to get it together. Like, we have to, first, people who have access to the information need to share it with everybody else. People like to devalue people in the hood, but people in the hood are the most innovative people you'll ever find because they had to struggle to do basic shit.
Right.
I'm gonna stop preaching. Because I can talk about this all day,
You wanna say
every
something?
day, all day.
Okay.
I'm down. Thank you.
So you might let us say
Which
something?
way?
What that baby said.
I don't know which way y'all going. Y'all figure it out.
I hope that, man, we use, like, you know, Fred Hampton said you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill the revolution. And so they took, Nipsey's gone, but his message and what he stood for still stands. And his life will continue if we all take that message about unity, street peace, us coming together. So it might be some folks here that have beef, maybe with somebody here, or maybe with somebody that's not here that have beef. And at the root of that beef, it might be something real petty, that all it really takes is man to man, us sitting down, a woman to woman, us sitting down, coming together face to face, and saying, let's squash this beef, man. Because we all want to live, and we all want to prosper, and we all want to grow. Ultimately, this is my son. My son is here. Like, we want what I'm working hard to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? And so I would say, please do that. You know what I'm saying? Let's start putting our money together instead of fighting and competing with one another. This guy opens a barbershop. I'm gonna open one right across the street. Let's stop that, man.
Right.
Let's start like, okay, look, you got a clothing company, okay, like how can we invest? How can we come together? How can we collaborate? How can we share money and share resources instead of trying to compete and fight with one another? You know what I'm saying? That was kind of the concept of One Hood. So let's do that, man. And then if you're an artist, man, if you're a hip hop artist or a rapper, man, when we get on that mic, let's say something meaningful. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, you know, of course, we're going to make something for the club, you know what I'm saying? It's not, you ain't got to do it all the time, you know what I'm saying? We want to go to the club, you want to spend your money, you want to throw your money, that's cool. But we should, man, say something meaningful that the babies can take our message and pass on and elevate, man. I love, you know, what Meek is doing, you know what I'm saying? Using his platform to talk about how they do us here in Pennsylvania around probation, keeping niggas on probation for 15, 16, 20 years, you know what I'm saying? I love that he's using his platform like that. I love the way Nipsey was using his platform. But there's a lot of people here that got platforms. I see my brother, you know what I'm saying, Jay White right here. I see Amber. There's a lot of us that got platforms. And I know that they're using their platforms for positivity, man. So a lot of us got influence, man. Real influence on these young people coming up, man. So let's use our platforms, let's use our influence, man, to begin to change these laws here in Pittsburgh to make it better for us. And so I want to leave us with one thing that we're working on right now, which is what they call a use of force law. So this is what they use to justify Antoine Rose II's murder and allow this cop to get off because of this law called the use of force law. And so now that's a law on the books, and the way it is right now, it's not very clear. But we can come together and use our influence as a way to get them to change that law so it won't be another young black person killed by the police. But if it is, then this dude's gonna go to jail and won't get off. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's not just protesting in the street just for the sake of protesting. but we're really trying to put together real plans and real call for action to take our communities to the next level, man. And so I definitely want to say rest in power to my brother Nip, you know.
Rest in power, King.
I'm a Muslim, you know what I'm saying? And so the Quran talks about that those that die in Allah's way aren't really dead. Don't really die if we but know. And I believe, man, Nipsey's spirit is with us. He's here, but let's take his message in his music. Let's take the message in the way he lived his life, and let's strive to live our life the same way.
Yes.
Once again, I'm Jasiri. I'm with One Hood. I love each and every one of y'all, man.
Love you too.
Through our unity, we win. Rest in power, Nip. Peace, y'all.
Yes.